Greetings from Detroit. You're listening to One Record. My name is Mike Dutkewych. I collect records from the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. A lot of my collection is music from Detroit that most people haven't heard. It's obscure music now, more than 50 years later, though at the time it was released, the artists and labels that produced it often had every aspiration of making hit records that sold millions of copies. Well, that didn't happen for one reason or another. When I listen to these records, I'm always so curious how they came to exist and what happened to prevent them from finding success. Most times, any information available on this music is minimal, incomplete, or limited to second, third, fourth-hand sources. This project aims to change that. Each episode of this show will focus on a single record from my collection. We'll hear from the artists themselves, sometimes for the first time, as they share their stories and reflect on making music in Detroit half a century ago. On this episode of One Record, we'll meet Bobbie Smith, whose 1964 record, Miss Stronghearted, is one of my absolute favorites. It's an understated song of empowerment from a woman done being done wrong. Today, Bobbie's still strong as ever, as you'll hear over the next half hour as she recounts her brief career in one of Detroit's greatest girl groups, the Dream Girls. Thanks for listening. So I know we're only on episode 2 of this project, but this one I'm pretty proud of because it really confirms that this concept will work and that it's worth doing. It's worth spending so much time on. Because up until a couple months ago, I had no idea if Bobbie Smith was even still with us, let alone where she was or how to reach her. And I don't know that many folks did know that information. This all stemmed from episode 1, the interview we did with Willie Jones, of course. That record featured Bobbie Smith and the Dream Girls doing the background vocal. And during the course of our interview with Willie, he mentioned that he had run into Bobbie Smith in the last several years and that he thought she was still in Detroit somewhere. So I decided to see if I could track her down. I'm a huge fan of her music, and I am not aware of her doing any other interviews, and she certainly has not been heard from musically since, 1965. So I wanted to know what happened to her, where she's been, and of course, how she feels about her body of work from when she was a recording artist. I was able to track down some leads and ultimately ended up on the phone with her one afternoon. And on that phone call, she was pretty clear that she didn't really want to revisit the subject of her music career or any of these old records. She was very polite when she declined my interview request. But we stayed on the phone for a few minutes, and I still asked her some nagging questions I had as a fan. And I could tell that it tapped into some part of her that, was still very proud of this work and was happy or nostalgic to revisit it. And so, I left it alone for a little bit and decided to call her back a couple weeks later. And it actually took, I think, 3 or 4 calls before she finally invited me to come over and talk to her in person. Of course, it took a couple visits in person as well before we could get out the microphone and conduct the interview that you're going to hear in a minute here. We spent several hours sitting at her dining room table, and she shared a lot of great stories. Family memories. She's the youngest of 18 children. She spoke about being discovered, literally singing on a street corner, just like out of a movie. Harry Bulk drove by in a car. She was all 15 or 16 years old, and he stopped to listen to her group singing on the corner and ultimately offered what would become the Dream Girls recording contract. She talked a lot about her relationship with Maren McKenzie, who she knew as Robert. He was the songwriter who did a lot of the Dream Girls sides and her solo record, Miss Stronghearted. And she spoke about her spirituality and the reason that she doesn't really identify with secular music, as well as how that played into her relationship with her father, who was a minister. It was a wide-ranging interview, and it was such a pleasure to spend time getting to know Bobbie Smith. She was just such a fun and fiery personality to be around, and I think that comes across in this interview. And it certainly, for me, just enhances the phenomenal body of work that she put together between 1959 and 1965. So how about we finally hear from the elusive Bobbie Smith? This is One Record. You were telling me you were the 18th child
Yeah, I'm
in
the
family.
baby. 18. 9 girls, 9 boys.
And you guys were very religious. Your dad was a
Yeah, my
minister.
father was a minister, yeah. Now, see, that's what I was. I've been singing in church since I was 5 years old, you know. I didn't know nothing about no blues. I sang at conventions and things, but I did spirituals. I was with all the top singers, Sam Cooke and all of them. I would be on shows with them. But I was nothing but a kid, you know. Boy, them people be laid out. I didn't know what was going on. I just get up and sing, you know.
Oh, this is why.
And I was never trained. I was born like this. I could always sing. Even when I was little. I sat up and sang to myself. And my father would come in. He'd look at me and say, "You got it."
Me cry. Oh, this is why. Oh, this is why.
Was growing up in such a large family with so many brothers and sisters
We
influence
had
on why you only...
a ball. I had a ball. And then after I had Mike, now look, I want you to have some more kids because Mike's going to be lonesome. I said, "Mama, look, I'm not cut out like you now." I said, "I can't have no more kids. I'll be crazy. Nuts."
I don't know how she did with 18.
Hey, but you know what? I understand how she did it because my mama was the kind of woman, whatever she told you, you had to do. You didn't talk back to my mother. You didn't talk back to my father. My mother raised her children. Her kids never been in prisons and stuff like that because she would tell you, "I don't want you in prison. Don't want you doing that. Don't want you doing this. Follow in God's footsteps and you'll be all right." Because whatever she told you, you better have to listen. Because my grandmama get behind you. It's 38 in her apron pocket, and you better not say nothing to her. She'll shoot you.
Oh, this is why. Oh, this is why.
I'm the youngest. I was the youngest in the group. By being the leader, I was the youngest. I was 15, 16, and still in school. See, and my mama, she got upset. She said, "No, you got to go to school. Got to go to school. Got to go to school." But my brother told my mama, "Let us sing," you know. Oh, my brother and them love to hear me singing. "Come on, sing for me, baby." You know, yeah.
Do you remember, like, how did you even get discovered?
You know where we were? We were standing on the corner singing, and Harry drove up in the car.
Harry Balk?
And he said, "Y'all sound real good." He said, "I want to record you just like that." I said, "What?"
Now let me tell you about the boy next door. Love him. He's so fine.
But my mama was about me being a kid. My mama had to sign for me. She said, "I don't know if I want my baby to go with me like that."
Did you have to really convince her? Or?
Right, We took it. Mama said, "I don't like this. I don't like it." I said, "Well, Mama, all we doing just going to make some money. That's all." I said, "Now you know how I was raised, don't you?" She said, "Yeah." Mama said, "As long as you remember where you came from."
You know, I've been calling you Bobbie, like...
Yeah, you can call me Bobbie.
Stage name, but your name is Elma Holman.
Right.
So where did Bobbie come from?
Because they want some short when you're singing. They didn't want Elma. They wanted Bobbie. Bobbie Smith and the Dream Girls. That's what they want.
So it was like Harry Balk decided...
Harry and her to name the group.
Okay.
So I didn't say nothing, I just let it go.
So since you were singing lead, you became Bobbie Smith.
They said they wanted something simple, nothing outstanding,
Did you like the name?
It was all right. I didn't care.
Well, people still call you Bobbie now, right?
Every time they see me, they start calling me that. Mm-hmm.
Love him until the end.
So, late 50s, you're a teenager, you're recording with the group, you got some records out, and I imagine...
And everywhere I went, people knew me.
Tell me about that.
Everywhere I went, hey, Bobbie, girl, I got all of your songs. I said, what do you think? Yeah, I love to hear you sing, Bobbie. I said, I'm glad somebody enjoyed. But there's a lot of people told me that. I heard you on the radio, that was good, you know. Sometimes it make you feel good that somebody listened to you, that I had something to say that somebody listened, you know. But I tell you, being an entertainer is a rough life because you very seldom have time for yourself. It's always somebody else's time you giving up. Because I've been singing ever since I was 15, you know. When I stopped, I was tired because I was sleep broke. I just couldn't rest until I got home. And then Harry or Irva called and said, Bobbie, y'all on Super Show tonight. I said, what? I was going to... I said, oh, yes, sir. You know, he said, look, go ahead on, do the show. It ain't going to be long. We go on and do the show. I came home from the Apollo. My mama looked at me. Oh, my God, look at my baby. You so skinny. Oh, so skinny. Because by the time you do one show, you get off, it's time for another show. And we did 5 a day. 5 shows a day at the Apollo. And sometime on the weekend, you did more than that. And I was just, wow. When you come off stage, I go back there, the guy go get our food. The guy come back, I'll be asleep. You know? He wake me up and the food is cold and I wouldn't want it. I said, I don't want it, it's cold now, you know.
So what would a typical set be like? Would you do like 3-4 songs? Or like
you had to stay out there for maybe about 20 minutes. Sometimes the announcer get up and say, now we're bringing on the Dream Girl. And you get up and you do that. And when you end that one, then the band hit the other one and then you go and sing that. Sometimes I did about 5 or 6 songs at one time. And those kids know every song I sing. When I come on, Bob. Yeah. Boy, they go right over. Them kids be laying in the hallway, boy. They be waiting on me, boy.
Here comes my baby, coming on up the way. What can I do now? What can I say?
They knew every one of them songs. They sang right along with me. Yeah. It was really nice. You know, anybody that goes to Apollo, that's an experience.
But I was a fool to ever let it go. We'll see my baby.
But I had been to the Apollo already when I went to 20 Grand. But we just come home. I come home thought I was going to rest. And then the guy called and wanted me to come in there. Want us to come in at 20 Grand. Bobbie Smith and Dream Girl going to be at 20 Grand. I ain't told that man nothing like that. And my brother came, he said, that man got you down there on that board. I said, what? He said, Bobbie, go ahead on and sing now. Bobbie and them are going to be at 20 Grand. I'm going to take you, mama, so you can hear her sing. She said, I already heard her sing. I said, yeah, but you ain't heard her sing these. Because she always hear me sing spiritual. You know, I didn't sing nothing like that around mama. Because she said, where you get that song from? You know, that's the devil's work. You know, she always had stuff like that. That's the devil's work. My sister dressed her up. My mama let you go and hear your baby sing, you know. She was all right until that shake dancer got up. Mama got up. It's a shame before God. Lady up there naked, then looking. My brother, mama, that's what men like. I know that's what they like because she naked. They see everything. What? My brother had to take mama home.
Did she ever get to hear you sing?
Oh, yeah. That's what she heard me sing before this shake dancer came on. But after that shake dancer came on, that was the end of it. She was ready to go home then. Get me out of here. That's the devil's work. Oh, Lord, look at here. Jesus. What's next? You know, she called all of... Let me get out of here before I see something else. You know, my brother, come on, Mama, I'll take you home.
The Dream Girls, you were putting out records a few years before Motown was even formed, right?
Yeah, but I cut records over there at Motown. Oh. It had formed already, but they hadn't opened up, you know. I did.
Okay, so the studio was active.
I did about 3 or 4 recordings over there, you know. Mm-hmm.
Which of your records were at Motown?
But now he's gone. We did that one. Wanted. Did Wanted over there. And I'm trying to see how many more. That did a lot of songs over there.
I was yours, you were mine, but now you're gone. Now you're gone. But now you're gone.
When you were doing your records, where would you get the songs from?
Robert wrote my record. Marion McKenzie.
Okay.
He wrote all of my songs. Robert was a hellified songwriter, I'm telling you that now. Only thing he had to do was listen to your voice. And he would say, I got it. I said, what? He said, I got it. He said, I'm going home, I'm going to write something for you, and I'll let you know when I finish. I said, okay. Because he know how to make things rhyme. You know, he made them rhyme. Called me up. He said, Bobbie, I finished the song. I want you to hear it. I said, you haven't put your foot in it. He said, what? I said, that's a good one. I said, that was a hit.
What are some of the songs that really stick out to you when you think about your group and what you guys were singing?
Wanted.
Yeah.
I love that. That's one of my favorites. Wanted is my lover. He left me behind. I love that. That was one of the songs. He said, I wrote a song for you. All the songs that I sang, Robert wrote. He wrote all of them.
Won't you come on home? Come on, come on. Oh, I know I did you wrong. Come on, come on. Oh, won't you come on home? Come on, where you belong. Come on, wanted.
Your last record with the Dream Girls was 1962, and then a couple years later you did that record just as Bobbie Smith, Walking Into My Heart, Miss Stronghearted. That was just you, no Dream Girls, right?
That's right.
So
That was like a solo.
well, why weren't the Dream Girls on that record?
I think I cut 2 or 3 by myself. You know? That was a hair in them. They didn't want nobody else on there.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't care. Shoot.
So what neighborhood did you grow up in? Were you in Detroit at this time?
Yeah, I was in Detroit.
So where
all the time.
What part of the city were you
On
in?
Merrick, in the west side. Between 23rd and Tillman. Right off Warren Avenue. I go back over there now, you can't tell that place what it looked like. Oh, everything done run down. The people ain't kept the houses up. And it's just a mess over there. A mess. I said, I'm sure glad my family got away from this mess.
So what was it like growing up there? I mean, you mentioned you and your friends would just hang out on the street corner and sing.
Nobody never bothered you or nothing. Because everybody was trying to raise their kids over there. Because my girlfriend, their parents were like my mother. You know, they stayed home with their kids. You know, they wasn't running in the street. You know.
Do you feel like Detroit, as the city, had much influence on your musical career? Like,
oh, yeah, but I
talk
tell
about
you
that?
what, Detroit has some top entertainers here.
do you feel like being in another city could have accomplished the same things, or was Detroit pretty
No,
important?
no, Detroit was it.
Yeah.
Detroit is really entertainment spot in the world. Some of the top entertainers come from here. But a lot of them just messed up their lives, you know. Just messed up their lives.
You know,
We never had anything to do with that stuff because the Temptations used to come in. They used to come in. We used to be back there dressed and something like that. They come in, hey, Dream Girls, how y'all doing? I said, oh, we doing all right. Boy,
So-
they them guys used to make me so mad, I'm telling you. You want to hit this? I said, if you don't get your ass away from me and leave me alone, you know. Oh, he go laughing. Oh, this stuff make you feel good. I said, oh, it ain't gonna make me feel no better than I feel right now. I said, you got that shit getting all in my hair and my clothes. I said, I'm not gonna be stuck with that shit. Now you beat it. David Ruffin, boy, that stuff just ate him up, you know. I don't understand, because I loved that boy's voice. That boy had a voice on him, but he just ruined himself. That boy had a beautiful voice, I'm telling you. Just ruined himself. I hated that, you know. That's one thing Harry and them did. They didn't want us messing around with that mess. Because my manager used to tell it, I don't want no drink. I said, you ain't got to worry about me because I don't want nothing to drink. Drinking and, you know, smoking weed. Why you going to entertain somewhere when you out of your mind? You know, how you gonna do something when you're out of your mind? Well, my father called me up. He was sick. My father was dying. And he told me, he said, I want you to sing something. I can't sing because I can't hold up. I can't look at you now and sing. Because I know he was on his deathbed. You know, I knew it. I said, I can't now. He understood. He said, okay. When I went back, he heard my record on the radio. He said, you know how you was raised. Well, I said, Dad, I haven't forgot about God. I still know him. I still appreciate him. I still thank him for what I have and all that. He said, that's good. I don't want you to ever forget about that. I wish you would sing for God. I said, Dad, they don't want to pay you no money. How you want me to live? You got the loudest shouters in this church, but nobody gives me $1. That's why I went singing pop. He said, I guess you have to do what you have to do. That's what he said. Mm-hmm. Hey, I wanted to tell him something too, because Mama said when they was dating, he was out singing in clubs and stuff, singing blues. Yeah, my daddy. Yeah. Now he done got to be a Christian now and didn't want me to. I want you to sing for God. Yeah, I want to say you didn't sing for God.
If you walk on into my heart, you will find out we had love from the start. And above all, you will see you were meant for me. Yeah.
Did you enjoy making the R&B records?
I really didn't care, you know, because I wasn't raised with them type of songs, you know. But a lot of it I enjoyed because I met a lot of people. You know, like Bobbie Womack and Sam Cooke and all of them. That's the only thing. But I had fun in my young when I first started. Going young and stupid, you don't know, you know.
Yeah.
You have to learn. You had to learn.
So why'd you stop performing? Your last record came
I
out in
was,
65.
I had got pregnant with the baby. And he said, no more singing now.
Now, hey, baby, won't you take a hand? In a lonely land.
My mama always had a house full of children. She had a lot of children herself. But she always took care of other people's children. Because they know she wasn't going anywhere. People would call my mother. Miss Holman, what are you doing? And want to know if you could watch the kid. No, she never turned them down. Okay, send them on. Be mad at them out there. My sister said, let's beat them up. I said, girl, I said, my father heard her say that one day. He called her. And by that time, he stepped out on the porch. My father said, come here, I want to talk to y'all. He said, you know why that lady sent her kids down here? I didn't know why. I said, what? She don't have any food at home for her kids. She know we have food here and know your mama gonna feed them. Now that lady did that every day.
Then later in your life, you kind of did the same thing, right? With other people's kids, you know, coming over and.
Yeah, this girl was at Madison's graduation, and this girl was standing up there crying, holding me and hugging me. Mama, I just thank you so much. I said, what? I didn't know the girl's parents was on drugs, because she used to be at my house all the time. When she come in, Mom, I'm home. Can I said, go on in there, because I always cooked a lot of food, because I know Michael was bringing them home with me, you know. So that girl came in there and looked and saw me, and she just bust out with the crying. I said, what's wrong with you? So she said, but I'm just glad that I knew you, because you taught me how to raise my kids. I said, girl, and then she just bust out and grabbed me and hugged her and crying and going. She said, my kids go to school just like you made Michael go to school. You made all those guys. Because they be down in my basement on the floor sleep. I get up in the morning, I said, get up, get ready, and get out of here, you're going to school. Boy, they get up too. Mama, I said, breakfast ready, come and eat and go and get out of here.
That's a great compliment, you know, saying
Yeah, that's
you showed
what
me how to raise my
they
children.
never talked back to me. They always gave me something all the time. All the time.
If you walk on into my heart, we can love like so many do.
But I loved all of them, though. You know, I love all of them.
If you could do it again, would you do anything different?
I probably would end this singing stuff. It's an exciting life. You learn and you meet a lot of nice people. That I enjoy. Yeah, some of those songs I really enjoy, you know, listening to them. Now, see, Michael got all of them, you know, the ones that are on there.
Yeah.
He think I don't know he done stole my record. Mama, I ain't got them. Lying. I said, I know you got them. Yeah, I know he got them, because when he go to laugh, you know. Well, okay, Mama, I got them. I said, I know.
Hearing them now, all these years later, how does that make you feel? I mean, do you feel like you
Nothing.
Nothing.
Nothing. Make me feel like nothing. Feel like, hey, I'm resting now. I ain't got to sing that no more.
Sounded good when you were
But
singing
you know
that.
what? I gave the Lord my voice now. I only sing in church, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, the songs is all right, you know, because they brought me from a long way. They did. Showed me the world, you know. And I enjoyed a lot of it. I only sing in church because that's what I feel.
Alright, so this one's one of my favorites. Miss Stronghearted.
You love that record like that?
Yeah, you like that record. Come on. That's a great record.
It was a good record, but I wasn't fascinated with it.
Well, I don't know. I'm fascinated.
I loved that record when I first put it out.
Yeah.
But then you sing it so until you get wore out. My name is Bobbie Smith, and my record is Miss Stronghearted. Now, only thing you need to do is sing.
Well, show me how. Do a little bit of Miss Stronghearted, maybe.
There was a time when you were mine to have and to hold. Oh, let me tell you now, heartaches and lots of pain. That's what you specialize in. But my heart can't take it. I won't let you break it. Stronghearted, yeah, is my new name.
You sounded so beautiful.
So good.
Yeah,
So
she
good.
always think I can sing. Y'all something else, I'm telling you. There was a time when you were mine to have and to hold. Oh, now a heartache and lots of pain. That's what you specialize in, but my heart can't take it. I won't let you break it. It's Stronghearted, yeah, is my new name. My heart was weak once, but now it's strong. So I can take it now. Oh, when you treat me wrong. Oh, let me tell you now, a heartache and lots of pain. That's what you specialize in, but my heart can't take it. I won't let you break it. It's Stronghearted, yeah, is my new name. Now I'm through feeling sad inside, yeah. No more heartaches will I bear. You know you hurt me once.
This episode of One Record featured the following songs: Oh, This Is Why, Love Him, Here Comes Baby, Now He's Gone, and Wanted by Bobbie Smith and the Dreamgirls. Walk On Into My Heart and Miss Stronghearted by Bobbie Smith. Special thanks to Bobbie Smith for her begrudging participation. This interview took place on July 26, 2019 at her home in Royal Oak, Michigan. This episode was produced by Mike Dutkewych, that's me. It was mastered by David Jerkovich at Balboa Recording Studio in Los Angeles. You can find out more about One Record at onerecordproject.com or at One Record Project on Instagram and Facebook. Please do subscribe to this show. You can find it on every podcasting platform imaginable. And if you've enjoyed these first 2 episodes, please share it, review it, just help to get the word out however you'd like. Until next time, I'm Mike Dutkewych. Thanks for listening to One Record.
I sing the blues right here sometimes. One of these days, and it won't be long, you're gonna look for me and I'll be gone, 'cause I believe. She, go on, Grandma, keep on singing. And she get on it. I believe, yes, I believe. I say I believe right now. I believe, yes, I believe. Say I believe to my soul, trying to make a fool of me now. That's Ray Charles. But see, he know how to do his voice. That's easy. That's the easiest thing in the world. Just know your ups and downs. That's it. And you don't tell me anybody can sing. You can sing. You just doubting yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt yourself. You can sing. Anybody can sing. Anybody. But you gotta want to and have confidence in yourself, and you can do it. Mm-hmm.